happy, like every 5 player will happily took up the farm in the game. Yeah, there are little issues with the hero, but again.
Wyvern versus... The way Wyvern deals damage is big. So Arctic Burn is less damage on Fire Spirits, and Fire Spirit, you might struggle to... Really, really good for Phoenix. There are a lot of support. Like Bully. Wyvern is
Faceless Void.
That's a bit kind of bold or confident. The whole idea of Phoenix we just harped on about. Phoenix does really well into Void. Pop that egg when he grows, and then he's under that kind of time pressure of the egg goes off. Am I gonna die?
Very, very good. Happy if I was Mira. I'm trying to think about what probably gonna see. That's probably, I'm gonna 4th pick. Could even grab it now because of the, there's a Wyvern 5. It's not Wraithking's best matchup, right? It's one of that reason. Perhaps Spirit baiting us to Void, but the matchup is that you could go carry that has more potential gyro. We haven't seen it much, but it better carries it. It's also Mars. Judging from I don't get a hard save. Pretty much locks in the feature. Surprise, really.
Regards to Vici Gaming, like they did yesterday for the into the offlane. They have presented, they have that flex. Before then, we would all say, oh, it's only just or. They need, ideally, I'd like to see just Wyvern go 5, just play a more passive style of farming lane with Wyvern, and then get a support that can also the backline. Realistically, they need to round out their draft with like a Storm Spirit plus, not a Clockwork, but like that type of hero that can also just.
Gareth, I know you're playing against Orc, but if you how play around Dragon Knights. Well, the lane is actually pretty Scarith Dragon. I saw that played by Aster. That was a game they the targeted silence is really stable. I was looking for which range support left that worked. Scarith just came. Snapfire has made it away. Possibility of killing Little Shredder as we have.
Spirit.
I'd say it's looking really well.
The sack.
Nice.
Look at this.
Good old Oracle Leshrac comp. Honestly, I was expecting them just Wraith King or Nerek style, but they do go for a Leshrac with Essence. You've got magic damage being Wyvern. I also think that Wyvern doesn't like, at least this type of lineup doesn't like heroes that can just run at you. Think about the pure 5-on-5 fight right now. I believe Arena Egg with a Leshrac running through that is way more devastating. Chrono plus layered damage. Wyvern, they kind of right, and they just very hard put themselves lay it out around this.
Leshrac also not only cursing any one of the things a lot of success curse again or like TA where so double physical from killing a hero. In this case, T-Spirit have really protected themselves. In addition to that, they even have the Oracle disarm, so they disarm their ally when they get cursed. Protect from. I like what both teams are Spectre. In terms of easy, one team would set up the other Dragon Tail. Plenty of. I think it's going to be really telling for teams on Wyvern as a hero what carry they go. Will end up regardless. Jugger.
Troll, but there's a Wyvern.
Troll.
Yeah. TL. To be fair though, the initial 4 heroes are so well rounded. So like, as long as you don't pick like a really, they're just in a good play a normal game. There isn't any instant gaming coming out. So yeah, any like illusion, any greedy heroes.
Spectre.
Yes, against Wyvern, right? Able to hunt that down. Also, Snapfire doesn't love that jump out of the first. That is pretty well rounded. 4 heroes that can make a ton of space and a Spectre. Not looking too shabby for.
Better pick than probably Bandit, just because, like we talked about, you want to get as much value out of your Wyvern as possible. End up just respect banning it. But I actually don't think Wraith is a problem for their lineup. This Spectre is going. The matchup against other support. Round up their lineup, the old 11.
A little surprising. I thought this track was okay against Duke.
I think when. Good laning state generates more itemized. Gaming's late game is incredible. Oh, much. Probably feel like as long.
I guess the key thing for this, their read on the now is BKB. Charity of Spirit is that comes in. Zoom like without any pressure. He gets phase from some offlane players even not. But anyway, getting that BKB minute team rides behind him. It doesn't matter if you have a Mars or if they are just going to be able to tank everything. I like the idea of this pick, but if Doom does get shut down, Vici Gaming will unlock a bit delayed and more items to damage inside.
What is stopping them from?
You make
Pretty
best situation
easy
out
grab.
of no situation.
The main. As long as they don't. Mortimer Kiss.
Just in, we're about ready to go. Quick predictions, boys, real quick. Cinderin, what
I
do you
like
think?
the last pick, Doom.
All right.
Like Russian Doom, but I want to see Spirit. Just
Sounds great. Well, my little friend Quinks here loves Team Spirit Narutoing running in. So we're going to go with Spirit, and we are going to go to the game. But first, let me introduce our wonderful casters.
Yeah, thank you, Slacks, and thank you, Winks, as we are here with Vici Gaming against Team Spirit. A lot of team fight, a lot of long cooldowns to play around with, and Team Spirit with some good aggressive heroes, of course.
Yeah, this Doom, I really like it as a last pick, something that 11 played really well. I've seen it quite a lot, especially in the Southeast Asia region as well, where the hero takes over. It's a bit of a slow build-up until you get online, going Hand of Midas into a Blink Dagger or a BKB. And then going for Shiva's Guard Refresher, you kill the third Roche possibly, get the Refresher. Suddenly you have 3 Dooms. I think Cinder had a great point about how they need to not misuse their abilities. Mortimer's Kisses, ton of damage. They have a great setup and also Faceless Void. I like Leshrac. I've been thinking quite a lot, like how to deal damage, because Wyvern is super popular.
Yes.
The Cold Embrace, like what is the best ability? I think Leshrac is the answer. I think Leshrac deals the most damage while you're sitting there, not being able to do anything.
Yeah, and if you do have this tempo lineup as Team Spirit do, gives you that tower push as well, able to take control of the map a little better, while Spectre is, back in that pocket of farm that's guarded by the rest of your heroes. As you do see there, Yatoro on the Spectre. Toronto, Tokyo, Leshrac going to be coming into their lanes, already guarding this area, trying to spot out if anyone's come in for any early observer wards or vision, but there's already a dire ward there, which I'm not sure they're aware of. Does spot out the Spectre. Incoming Team Spirit. Already bullied back by Vici Gaming, who brought the numbers. A 4v3, not a fight that the Radiant could take. And it seems like Poyoyo also grabbed one of the bounty runes up top as well, so a 3-1 going the way of Vici Gaming already.
Not what we usually see. Most of the time it's just Q and 2 being picked up. So Phoenix Mars, the old school combo, they don't have the best egg hitters except for that Snapfire, which is gonna be pain in the ass. Little Shredder level, like once you don't even have to max it out because it's always it's just 1 point is enough to kill level 1 egg. So Phoenix needs to be careful. You have way of protecting the egg with the Mars Arena. We see DY on the top lane, 2 birds fighting against each other. I know what you love to call them. It's Zapdos and Articuno.
No, it's Moltres.
It's Moltres?
Zapdos is the lightning one.
Because my bad.
We need like a Visage Arcana or something, to make sure we get that lightning bird in here. No DMCA, please. And yeah, that poor Phoenix been zoned back by DY. They're stuck at level 1. Down bottom there we see Yatoro. Spectre backed up by an Oracle here. So they're going to have that double healing strat as we do get into that mid-game. But in the laning stage, Oracle very reliant on hitting level 3 to actually have any real kill threat. For the most part, this is just get farm on Spectre, weather the storm, and make sure that PYW and Under 11 don't get too many kills down here.
It's really not a killer lane. You have a Doom. He sometimes deals more damage than you expect if it's a 1-2 like one build. But Scorched Earth, I think they should be fine. Spectre needs to be, maybe careful with the positioning. You still have Oracle. Oracle definitely needs to bring a healing salve to the bottom lane just to have that like instant heal if they bring him down low enough. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, Dragonite just doing Dragonite things. Can't really touch him. Very hard to harass. 2 points in Dragon Blood, 8 HP regen,
and what is he?
6 armor.
He's about a wave ahead of Leshrac here, right? 11-2 up against that 7-2 with both waves still alive in that mid lane. So already off to a good start. Leshrac gonna have to bring out an additional regen there just to keep that lane sustain going. It's quite similar on both sides, this Wyvern Void lane in regards of that kind of static healing lane, similar to that Oracle Spectre. Not too much kill threat there. Feels like both teams just want to look towards that mid-game timing. 15 minutes in, that's when we're going to start to see people pushing out.
I thought you were going to say 15 minutes in, we're going to see a first blood, because right now no one is playing aggressive.
Might honestly go that way, like first chrono with kisses, 12 minutes into the game. Mira has a salve stick and Fairy Fire, tons of burst regen there for the Phoenix. Perfectly fine to get away from DY.
Toronto Tokyo on the mid lane. I think I'm going to be saying a lot of Toronto Tokyo because I love the nickname, best nickname. Exactly. We've seen in a while. Poyoyo.
Yeah, he's already used his time walk. A good bit of damage from Collapse, but the turnaround battle there. Poyoyo secures the first blood onto the Mars, and DY chipping away at Mira. And 2 birds left flying.
That was close. Faceless Void got the XP for that one. Mars didn't, unfortunately, but all good. At least Phoenix picked up some solar experience, has some level 2 fire spirits.
And don't slow down that Void's farm as well. You're stuck down at 9 CS while the Spectre continues free farming. Another aspect there you've got to consider when a carry hero dies, it's also that period of the game where they're not hitting creeps and not accelerating. As we do lose Mira top, Poyoyo respawns and comes straight back for a kill.
1-1-1 build on Faceless Void is extremely powerful, where you have overtime damage and like they're super slowed, so you can get some bashes in. I want to see if he puts another point in a time walk. I prefer that considering the amount of damage that they have, especially the overtime damage coming up from the Phoenix. He puts another point in time lock, more
damage.
More damage, yeah, means you can get more kills. Makes sense.
More damage, good Lacoste. And Collapse still having a real good time up top, though. Top CS of his team. And we do like to see that from these action-creating off-laners. Something that I feel like Nigma were doing quite a lot as well was, you know, sacking... Oh, Yatoro. Yeah, he's going to walk this one off, isn't he? PYW can't close the gap. Yeah, Nigma kind of almost sacking their safe lane at RTW and giving much more of a good early game to their chaos creators, their playmakers, Miracle and Mind Control, of course. And it feels like a similar thing here from both teams.
Yeah, that seems to be the great way to play Dota right now, where if you have a hero that can go to jungle and just get a lot of farm there while you're playing with the 4 other heroes, feels really good. Nigma, they made it so far look great.
Very nice.
Rotation to the mid lane. Dragon Knight with the first dragon form will put some pressure on the tower. We can see PYW lurking around.
Oh, they want to try and kill Toronto Tokyo. Good with a catapult wave here as well.
He's still 5. Needs 1 more CS for level 6, and there we go.
Let's hit level 6, and we do have to wonder if there'll be any rotation in here. They glyph up after the little shredder, so that minus armor not going to get too much effectiveness. Ori still launching those corrosive projectiles towards the objective, though. Vici Gaming do force a rotation out of the Oracle. Spotted under dire vision, and that's why PYW here just going to back up, get a couple of bounty runes, maybe stack some camps as well. On Miposhka, out of lane, not really with any job to do.
Toronto Tokyo, 1-3-1 build. I think he understands that there is no point in putting like multiple points in Lightning Storm. Dragon Knight can't be harassed. He's just going to out-region anything you do to him. So puts another point in Edict. If he decides to rotate, if Dragon Knight leaves the lane, the towers will fall.
The body blocks on Akati. Trying to keep it alive for as long as they can, but it gets under tower range anyway. Good attempt. See the nice little idea there from them. As top lane, Arctic Burn, Splinter Blast, slows Collapse down, and the time dilation really a real nuisance there for the Mars. I do leave this bottom lane in a 1v1 where Old 11 pretty happy just to continue farming and denying away against the Spectre.
They can afford to do that because Doom, he gets Magic Wand, he gets Phase Boots, pretty speedy, hard to take down, especially when it's Spectre. She doesn't provide you with much damage early on, so you want to get to Doom those levels, get him faster to level 6. After you get it, you can make a rotation. If Doom gets level 6 faster than Spectre, Spectre should die on the bottom. Especially if you see like Leshrac showing on the mid lane with no mana, then it's time to go. And going into Hand of Midas, the build that we mentioned, just... first, when I saw it, I really did not like it. I thought it was a bit too slow, but then I saw multiple Dooms just taking over the game once they get to that mid-game. The hero scales well into the late game. Extra gold from Devour. Top lane.
He's so tanky with raindrops and 17 one charges. Poyo actually just turning to hit Collapse after that Spear Sunray. Might go again for round 2 in a few seconds as Collapse gets his cooldowns back. But DY's arrival means that Mira taking some heavy hits from the Arctic Burn. And a Cold Embrace will keep Poyo very safely in that lane. Gather up the creeps under his tower.
Yatoro sees Dooms, it's level 6, instantly falls back to jungle. Does not want to, he does not want to be that first Doom target for sure.
And they realize PYW in the mid lane again. Wants to get that little shredder with a second dragon form. No catapult this time. And a Fortune's End. Ooh, is that put onto himself, Miposhka? Doesn't catch out the Snapfire, and that Split Earth misses. So they completely miss out on their opportunity to kill off the Snap or the DK, but they do defend their objective at least, guarding that tier 1 mid.
A lot of time used. Spectre right now in the mid lane. She's not gonna feel safe there unless she has a hero sitting behind her. Miposhka is there, ready to purge off the haste.
And gets rid of it. Stops PYW in his tracks. There's this brute force attempt from Vici almost into this mid-tier 1. Dragon form still going for another 10 seconds or so. Look at that, D-wards. 4 of them removed out by Vici Gaming. Very limited vision from that Radiant team. That was a good deny.
That goal secured for the team. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, 11 as a Doom, like not the hero that deals most tower damage, but he is dragging the creep waves, putting some pressure on the tower. Every single time I see a Dragon Knight, I feel like you can push 2 towers at once.
Yeah, because you soak up all of that that focus from the enemy team, thinking we've got to stop the DK, we've got to make sure that he doesn't get a free tower. He gets it anyway, and yeah, Doom able to shove that bot lane as well, and he's got his hand of Midas very soon. And they're not having the same struggles they had against Team Nigma with this almost exact same kind of lineup, right? Where they got run over in 18 minutes or whatever it was. They have managed to get through the laning stage, not bleed out. They've got stacks ready to be farmed up. And Devour level 4 means Old Levin's going to stay top of the net worth for pretty much the entirety of this game now. He's the real carry. Poyoyo and that DK for Ori, second and third fiddle pretty much.
And they don't have a real counterplay to Doom. There is nothing to really like reset the fight. Their best option is like Oracle using ulti, possible trap them with the Arena of Blood. When it comes to the late game, they're going to be BKB, so the chase potential is going to be there.
Yeah, I guess the good side is Lashrak, if he's got his spells on already and gets doomed, he's still going to be doing damage. Spectre are kind of a similar story as well, right? So go for that tier 1 top. I mean, yeah.
Farming a big stack in the jungle, like Lashrak could have potentially invaded that. This is where dire Lashrak.
The Chrono. Yeah, Vici defending that top tower. They catch out the Lash inside the Chrono with the Mars Arena and the defense of the Lash. Turn around with a cold embrace there, healing him up. Looks like he's tanky enough for this burst damage from that Purifying Flames, and the Pulse Nova finally bring him down. Poyoyo takes the Lashrak in that 1-for-1 trade of the mid laners. Good dodge on the cookie by Collapse as well. Poyoyo getting tracked back here. They've got the Duke and the Spear. Fortune's End and the Horn comes in. They do try and throw the Doom towards them. The kiss is cancelled out though, and this Spectral Horn causing some severe issues here. Still holding Doom, doesn't get a target to go on.
Vici Gaming supports were both level 5 there, so there is no curse, there is no Mortimer's Kisses, not enough damage to take a fight. We can see the lack of damage inside the Chronosphere. Doom was also not there. My man Old 11 prioritizing creeps over the helping the team. I respect that. You know, there's a reason why he has 6.5k net worth 11 minutes in.
Okay, and Devour. There we go. Centaur grabbed up. So he's going to have Blink War Stomp ready. What, 12 minutes in? Less than 11.5 minutes in. 1300 HP. He's going to be level 10 soon.
This is his timing. Yeah. 11
11
minutes in. He's ready to go. Blink Dagger, Hand of Midas, Face Boots. I don't know where he's getting the gold from. Was not involved in a single kill. But yeah, this is going to be such a great Doom game. Well, I talked about that they don't have a real counterplay to Doom. Usually we see heroes like that uses Stampede, so he needs to be prioritized and go for the Dark Seeker. They're going to use Search, runs away from the game fight.
And Team Spirit still need a bit more time. You know, they're not really hitting their timings just yet in comparison to that Doombringer. Spectre still needs to pick up her items as that's the jump on 11. Gets it off onto the Lashrak. A curse even going to hold him in place as well. The False Promise, very unlikely to keep this Lash alive through all of this burst damage. Oh my god, he still had, what, 300 HP remaining and a deny? Miposhka with a slide and eye coming out of the Arena Spear. Supernova in the back, they burst through Poyoyo. Team Spirit, they turn this one right on its head. Collapse, he wants a little bit more here, but Oracle jumped on by Old 11. The Doom.
11 is tanky.
He's incredibly tanky, but the Sun Ray with that percentage-based damage under the Spear. There's a final cold embrace here. DUI saving the day yet again, while the Phoenix Dragon Tail stunned. The raindrops not enough. Didn't get his wand off. Collapse still battling with Old 11. The Doom goes in for round 5.
Oh, that was a good curse just to buy a bit more time, but the regeneration from Oracle ulti kicked in. They need to be aware of that. Maybe a better curse would be on top of Oracle, then kill him and then manage to kill the Lashrak after that. But, you know, first Doom usage, they get something out of it. Now he was working towards the BKB. Another Chronosphere is back up online. Javelin into Maelstrom. Pretty standard build on Faithless Wood. He also finds the Possessed Mass, so that's gonna keep him nice and healthy inside the jungle. Doesn't have to bring any extra regeneration.
The perfect neutral item, yeah. Spectre has one too. Echo Saber also done. Looks like heading into that Manta and potentially Diffusal Blade later on for the Spectre. We'll see what she decides.
Yeah, I love Diffusal Blade, especially against Wyvern, where you have extra slow, extra things to set up, and if someone is put under Cold Embrace, you burn their mana, so you have to think about that. It might sound stupid, but so far in this tournament, Wyvern seemed like one of the strongest picks for sure, especially when you decide to max it out. And now and then Holy Locket on top of it, Arena.
That's the Void, and another Horn comes in, the burst damage. That Purifying Flames, I mean, Lashrak TP'd in there, but it didn't feel like he was really necessary. They had all the tools at their disposal to bring Poyoyo down. Well, Lashrak did absolutely nothing there. It was all down to that Mars and the Oracle setting up beautifully for a haunt. Does Diffusal Blade doesn't do damage into Cold Embrace, right? It's physical damage.
Yeah,
just
but you
burns the
still
mana.
burn mana.
Okay, just making sure. Toronto, Tokyo, good damage onto that tier 1. Diabolic Edict, of course, so handy. When you get into these little hidey hole spots, as a blink away from collapse, allows them to clear a camp and disengage from old 11.
Ori this time around decided to max out Breathe Fire, 4 points in it. Most of the offlane Dragonites tend to put more points in the Dragon Tail, lower the cooldown on it. But since it's a mid Dragonite, maybe a bit more damage to have AoE
I guess it's
damage,
also
clear the creep waves, and stay on top of the net worth. I believe that's the case.
I think so, yeah. First thought for me was he wants to clear out creep waves faster, right? To shove the waves against the Lashrak, who has such great ability to clear them out.
Oh,
Look at
Invis
that.
running out, couple of
He
seconds.
stuns up the Doom. Does he realize how many heroes are around him, though? He's going to get caught out. The false promise, the saves arriving from Miposhka. Blue kisses landing onto the Lashrak, but they chase down old 11. Just a bit more damage to finish him off. They see the Scorched Earth, and they should find him here, but he's ducked into the trees.
He's
old
out.
11, he's speeding. He escapes while cursed inside the arena. And Ori saved up by the Cold Embrace once more. Team Spirit, they respond. Good reactions. They save the Lashrak. And they also force quite a number of ultimates from Vici Gaming, don't they?
Yeah, Miposhka is, I think, great at positioning whenever he's playing a saving hero, and so far it has worked out great. Not just that, he's involved in 8 kills, is that correct? Out of 6, very nice.
How's that possible? Oh, a great spear back from Collapse. Straight into that split earth. Take down the DK, but the catapult here that could finish off this tier 1 at long last.
Wait, well, what happened? Well, how did Miposhka have 1-0 and 7 score with only
He
6
got a
kills
deny?
on the board?
So the deny counts as an assist, or
Maybe
or a kill?
Maybe that's a kill. Yeah, he got a kill.
He got a kill.
So from now on, I want to play against Venomancer every single game to be able
Stat
to...
padding.
Yeah, exactly. I want to improve my stats, get more kills, deny allies.
So every time your pub mate's like, your KDA is 0.72, no impact.
Because you're not dying enough. Like, go play near the Venomancer.
Let me deny you so I can get some kills then. Goodness. Oh yeah, Miposhka having a great game then, isn't he? Yeah, 1-0-7 with a 7-4 scoreline. 8 out of 7. Beautiful fraction. Also, love the fact that Miposhka carries a salve around. Something that's super important.
Very important.
If you're playing Oracle, you need at least 1, if not 4, 5, 6 salves. You put the salve on the false premise target, you're healing him up. Super, super regen.
If you can find the Trusty Shovel, definitely the best item.
My favorite.
If you have Oracle in the team, just a free healing cells, which will be used throughout the whole game.
Perfect. Good D-ward from DY. Oh, actually, JK, he's going to have to fly away. Doesn't get the D-ward out there. Favors his own life over killing off the vision. That'll mean Team Spirit do keep it up and running for now, at least. A dead even game coming into 20 minutes. Sure, the Doom is right up at the top, but not much of an overall gap there between Vici Gaming and Team Spirit right now. Do you have fears about the Spectre getting too big?
Not necessarily. I've seen Dooms taking over the game so many times. I feel very comfortable. You have Dragonite who scales nicely. You have Faceless Void once he gets his items. Gotta feel good. You have Curse to reset the fights. They have so much scaling on their side. I want to see Snapfire being able... Oh, Cookie bottom.
Well, they jump mirror. Cookie into DK. Phoenix not standing a chance there. No defensive items. Has the Veil. A couple of raindrop charges, but nowhere near enough to survive. Philosopher's Stone grabbed up by Mirror as well now, so that shard into Aghanim Scepter may come reasonably soon. Do you like this kind of Phoenix build here? Veil into Shard into Ag Scepter. Oh, hang on a second, they've doomed up the Mars. Miposhka is just behind Collapse here. Has the false promise ready, but he's just Chronos into him, and you're right, the Chrono lands for the 6th splitter. Predicting the move, Miposhka's still going to get picked off by Poyoyo. And old 11 slamming him with the Infernal Blade, but they've kept Collapse alive. Kisses come in, but Toronto Tokyo's broken DY, and the Arena Spear there, all thanks to Miposhka's sacrifice. Find the Faceless Void, burst him down, and a beautiful fight from Team Spirit. Oracle did fight back for this, but the Horn Jump catches out the Snapfire.
That split Earth from Lashrak actually what's keeping them in this game. Buys a bit more time. They can focus the Mars. Another good save coming out from Miposhka, and they're gonna go inside the pit. The Spectre still doesn't have Manta style. Only Yasha has enough money to buy ulti orb, but the damage coming out from the Lashrak should be enough. Right now they know there is no Chronosphere, can go inside the pit. Roche already half HP, a lot of healing coming up from the Phoenix.
And yeah, he didn't have to use false promise there. I mean, Boschko was very patient, held on.
I want to give this first Aegis to Toronto Tokyo. Like, second one should belong to Spectre, but Spectre doesn't feel killable at the moment. So yeah, he will be the one picking it up.
Well, that's because what, Lesh is going to be the frontliner hitting towers, right?
Yeah, he wants to go in. He deals the most damage right now. So if you respawn with full HP, full mana, like you, let's say they expend either a Doom or Chronosphere to kill you, you're good to go. Something that I've seen Poyoyo does on his Faceless Void is get stats. Like, get stats instead of the time dilation. Also keep Chronosphere at level 1 until he gets like level 3 and starts getting more points in time dilation after level 20.
Okay.
Just becomes more tanky.
Yeah, makes sense. Especially with that strength talent, HP talent. And that time walk, just get as tanky as you can against the Lash. We've already seen him struggle when he gets speared inside an arena. The focus, that target acquisition from Team Spirit, it is instant. They see the Void, they kill the Void, he doesn't have any opportunity to react.
I like Snapfire as a response to Mars, where you get pinned to the walls of the arena and then Cookie like takes you away from it, which is really nice. You're not taking any damage.
Yeah, they need that Cookie Cold Embrace combo. Collapse and Toronto Tokyo move up to top. Won't be able to find anybody. Poyoyo has already maneuvered himself into that mid lane. As we're seeing Snapfire there, buying a mech after the medallion. So not going to go finish off the Solar Crest, instead offering up some burst healing. As they smoke down to the southern portion of the map. Complete mirror movement here from both squads, aiming for the tier 2 towers on opposing sides. Quite simple for Toronto Tokyo though here. Edict up, he's got plenty of heroes behind him. DY will now show his presence in that top lane, and a glyph there scares the Lashrak away. It feels like Vici Gaming don't necessarily want to fight into Aegis though, but waiting it out also gives so much room to Spirit, so it's nice to see them spreading the map pretty wide and keeping the farm rate going while Spirit are clumped. Full group top lane.
I don't think they feel comfortable playing into Aegis, so for the next few minutes we'll just maybe try to get a pick off. They already used one smoke. Just waiting for the next set of items on them. Interesting build by Doom. I like it. Aghanim Scepter. Just a casual plate mail to, you know, have some extra defense against Lashrak's Edict. A ton of physical damage coming up from the Mars and Spectre.
So the Axe for the break?
Is a break. Yeah, break the Spectre. But you need someone else to jump the Oracle. Like, they need to be able to get on top of Oracle. Good spear back.
Initiation again. EYW Cookie, the DK. Doom comes out. The Supernova, though, with a Sun Ray. Healing up Collapse. The Kiss is landing. These lava globules destroying the Mars. As Toronto Tokyo coming pretty wild there. Aegis reclaimed. They do all fall. Thrown over Poyoyo, though. Onto 3 of them. Miposhka, he walks into the bubble. They can't heal him up, but the man now the false promise comes in time. Clutch move from Miposhka. Save the Spectre. All they'll lose is the Mars.
Yeah, I don't think you go on Lashrak with the Doom. If you can surprise him, stun him before... Oh, they go in right now with one more time.
They do have a TD still on Poyoyo here, but he doesn't want to jump forward. Winter's Curse in the back lines is already slain by Yatoro. Spectre.
Phoenix is just ignoring him.
They don't get a kill, and Oracle can wand himself up to half HP again. Old 11, Cold Embrace with a magic burst. Toronto Tokyo dominating.
He's still chasing.
He wants DUI. He wants DUI real bad. He's got Split Earth ready. Lightning Storm sets it up for him. And again, that Pulse Nova just shredding through these Vici Gaming heroes.
That was a weird interaction, Gary, because Phoenix was using Sunray and completely ignored the Winter's Curse that was placed.
Going.
Like, he just keeps on going. Like, I don't give a damn. I don't think it would make too much of a difference, but yeah, something to be aware of for the next couple of fights. Also, you do not want to doom a Leshrac who already got his spells off. If he has Pulse Nova running, you doom him, he's still gonna be able to deal damage. So you need to either initiate on him straight away when there are no abilities. And we talked about how important it is to have any kind of damage that goes to the Cold Embrace. Leshrac is the best damage. You have Lightning Storm maxed out, Split Earth, Pulse Nova, level 1 only, because...
That Lotus timing, man. Collapse real quick.
He's not dying out of this.
Yep. Level 1 Pulse Nova. Because it consumes too much mana. Like, your mana pool is still a bit limited, so he's gonna get it later on.
That makes sense. Yeah, doubles the mana cost there. Yeah, also, the fact of Vici Gaming, another fight where they used every ultimate, didn't really get too much out of it. More and more room for the Spectre to build up her net worth. Leshrac up at the top as well, of course. Doombringer, one hero for Vici Gaming that's keeping them really in contention in terms of overall net worth. And that was their battle into Aegis though, so another opportunity when they've got that full arsenal of abilities, once they've got all the green lights going for Vici Gaming. Go for round 2, this time with no Aegis, and things could go the other way quite easily. Especially if you get these chronos on the Oracle, right? That's what Poyoyo's hunting for, isn't it? Make sure he catches 1 core plus 1 Oracle. That's the perfect fight for the Faceless Void. Miposhka's positioning has to be real prime stuff, as he's going for a Blink Dagger as his first item.
So far, he's been pretty impressive with the positioning, only dying once. It comes down to also having a good front line. You have Spectre causing the confusion. You have Mars that goes in. This Lotus Orb, a lot of value against the Curse, against the Doom. You can put it on the Spectre, so you know that like that hero is not gonna get cursed, not gonna get doomed, and also great against time dilation because the spell mechanic is insanely valuable.
Yeah, because that fight happened and lost, Vici Gaming weren't able to take the tier 2. So they're now in a situation where Team Spirit control that top third of the map, getting the outpost away from them. And that's also controlling up Roshan for their next respawn in about 1.5 minutes, potentially. And that's why we see Vici Gaming all gathering bottom lane. They really want that tier 2 tower so they can take out the enemy outpost.
Faceless Void not going for SNY build. I believe this is the first Faceless Void so far that I've seen in the last couple of months, not even trying to go for the item. Against the stuns, against the root mechanics, Mars Spear, like, you definitely want to get it.
Yeah, you need some kind of status resistance for sure. That's quite interesting, yeah, going straight Mjolnir.
Maybe he thinks more damage is needed inside a Chronosphere, so that attack speed will mean more time lock procs, more Maelstrom / Mjolnir procs.
I guess there's a lot of spill damage as well, right? Spectre with Dispersion, Pulse Nova, Edict, Fiery Spirit, Supernova. There's lots of uncontrollable damage from Spirit, so a stack charge with that Lightning Bounce could get some serious value. Very, very curious choice though, yeah, you're right, from Vici Gaming there. See how it pays off. Sure feels like Vici Gaming want to smoke and want to utilize these ultis to try and get a fight. 30 seconds for fast spawn on Roshan again, that next real point of contest from both teams being guarded so very well by Team Spirit. Mars is on that top lane pushing out, opening up this beautiful bit of vacuum on the map. Radiant Triangle plus that top jungle area from outpost to left side all belongs to Spirit just because of what Collapse is doing right now. Hiding in the trees, pushing out that wave, not giving an opportunity for anyone to kill him, but just shoving. Yeah, throws a spear, God's Rebuke, blink, run back in the trees, and Vici Gaming, they've got to come back and defend this.
Vici might need to set up a Tinker Ward at the top part of the map to see this type of movement coming out from the Mars, now going towards the BKB. Needs only Recipe, but for now, seems like he's just keeping the buyback in case they decide to take the Roshan fight, which will respawn in 2 minutes. Aghanim Scepter on Doom done, so break against Spectre. I think you need to go on Spectre with the next Doom. If you can get a good jump, possibly find the Oracle in the back lines, 1 stun, 1 Dragonite stun will get him killed, and then break Spectre. Spectre just straight up dies. She's not tanky at all once you remove that dispersion.
Yeah, it's kind of a situation for Miposhka where in his head he'll be thinking, I want to false promise the Leshrac like 9 times out of 10. Do you want to false promise the Spectre in that case if she gets doomed?
If she gets doomed, most likely, yes. Because Lashrak deals still more damage than Spectre in the fights whenever he goes in. With the Shiva's Guard, with that Kaya Sanj amplifying the damage. I like the pairing. I always talked about how Lashrak plus Oracle is a great pair where you kind of prioritize both problems on him. There's the BKB.
Good with a close storm in the egg inside the Chronosphere. Oh, they don't have a way to defend it. Poyoyo is going to hammer down onto Mira, while on the bottom side of the fight, Collapse falls back by the kisses and already DK. Yatoro on a mega kill streak though, and he does bring down DY. Vici Gaming spent all of their ultimates. They get a 2-for-1 trade, they reset, but it still feels like Team Spirit in control of this part of the map.
Yeah, I think Team Spirit just goes inside a pit right now and force a Roshan fight, because Mars, he still has buyback. They expended one on DY, and I believe Mira also bought back on Phoenix. So you know that they have no ultis, no Dragon form. Double damage is picked up by a Dragon Knight, so this tier 2 tower seems like it's gonna fall.
Yeah, they'll finally claim it. DD Dragon Knight has his Aghanim Scepter, so he has that Black Dragon form now as well. Incredibly powerful.
Roche will respawn in 10 seconds. Mira scouting things out inside the pit.
Should be able to spot it out. Just don't move, Mira. Stay inside the pit. There you go. Good job. Scan from Vici Gaming connects at the exact right time as well. Dire knows something's up, and they will have to start traversing across that map. Try and migrate through the river and defend this, because giving Roshan, giving Aegis Cheese Shard, the Team Spirit right now.
I don't think they can
feels like
take
a
the
massive
fight.
loss.
Without the ultis, you check the right top corner, only one green light available, and that's one on Wyvern. So Cheese, Aegis plus a Shard picked up. Who did they give Shard to? I don't see anyone using it right now.
Not too sure,
Phoenix bought one for himself.
Doesn't this mean, though, that Vici Gaming just relinquish control for the next 5 minutes? Team Spirit, if they stick together, they can keep these lanes pushed out. Like, what does Vici Gaming do? Defend high ground? Do they smoke to look for a fight?
They might need to play a bit slowly. Wait until this Aegis is gone.
So, like,
Still
cut
2k
waves.
gold lead, yeah, because you feel safe with the Doom. He's still gonna get the ton of items going into Shiva's Guard next. Just hit level 20, extra 30 DPS on Doom.
Here's a bit of a hoover, though. Sucking up all that farm, and Void and DK starting to lag behind their counterparts a little bit. I guess the same can be said for Lash and Spectre compared to this Mars. And Collapse, after his Lotus Orb, hasn't had too much progression. Spirit have to deal with that bottom lane. Clear it out, and that allows Vici Gaming to reclaim their outpost at long last. It's been a long time coming. And actually control both of them for now. I think Lashrank will realize that he wants to be able to grab it with the rest of his squad. And Spectre's coming across there as well.
Poyoyo, after finishing Mjolnir, going back into SNY, it's just too good item to skip on.
You were right.
And that Mjolnir gave him enough attack speed to be able to kill the egg during this last Chronosphere.
It's true.
Shiva's Guard done on Doom.
Oh, we're getting into this late game scenario already, like 30 minutes in. Doom has 20,000 net worth. We do have that Aghanim Scepter on the Phoenix there, but yeah, Doom bring up Shivers on top of Ags, going for the Tome next, so he's trying to rush to level 25.
Infernal Blade damage.
So good. Against these tanky heroes, I like to build up stats, such as Spectre.
I love the build on Lashrak this game. Understands that BKB is not needed at all. They have Chrono, they have Winter's Curse, they have Doom, so really no point in building it. Get some status resistance from Kaya and Sanj. Get some more armor from Shiva's Guard, and now going into Bloodstone.
Does he... What?
Yeah, he disassembled things, which I was about to say, getting both Bloodstone and Kaya Sanj, like the spell amplification doesn't stack, so it's better to disassemble the item.
What does he do with the Sanj now? Like, Halberd for Lashrak feels a bit weird. Does he buy Sanj and Yasha now, or do you just keep it as Sanj?
Sanj and Yasha? No. No way. He might just keep casual Sanj.
Okay, fair enough. We'll see what he gets going with it. There's old 11. Devours a creep and blinks away, but collapses on his tail. Oh, this is the BKB out of old 11. Nothing to go through it, so he does TP home successfully.
Yatoro could have possibly used the Haunt and pray the Lord Gaben for a Skull Bash, but didn't happen. It's a bit too unreliable to waste 140-second cooldown ulti.
Too much of a risk.
I would have probably go for it.
I'll get him. I'll first hit bash him. That's all the cost style. Very easy tier 1 take, but Vici Gaming are looking to mount a defense of their tier 2.
It's 3 hits pretty much if you count in the double hit from the Echo Saber straight away, and you get like 1 extra hit during the TP, maybe even 2.
That's true.
So yeah, I think
Guaranteed bash,
100% bash chance right there.
Poyoyo gets a stack charge on him thanks to BK Star. They move on to Toronto Tokyo, and beautiful BKB allows them to keep fighting the Chrono there. Catching Miposhka, the Oracle again, the target they desire. Bashing onto Phoenix now, and Miro's blown up. PYW on a killing spree. Now move on towards the Spectre, who's doomed. Ori there with a splash damage, and 3 heroes slain so quickly. The 4th one of the game, Toronto Tokyo caught up between 2 massive dragons. The Wyvern and the DK.
They'll try to TP out.
They got the curse. Collapse will slip away from danger, but the remainder of his team dead to rights as Toronto Tokyo is caught here. Not a chance of escape. Aegis down. I only feel like the second life is going to be taken as well. Collapse. What's he up to? The Mars wants to save the Leshrac here?
I don't think he can. Like, Dragonite is a bit too tanky. Faceless Void now going in. With that Mjolnir on him, so many procs coming out from it. I'm pretty surprised. Like I said, when they killed the first Roche, that first Roche belongs, the first Aegis belongs to Leshrac. The second one should go to Spectre, and they didn't do it. They put Aegis on Leshrac, which I think is a pretty bad move, considering that there is a Doom with the Aghanim Scepter. Doom jumps Spectre, instantly dooms her, can't really do much in a fight, and then Leshrac, like that, not the greatest fight. Also great Chronosphere. He was so quick. On the fingers, using a BKB while Spear was already flying, and then lands a Chrono on 2 heroes. There is still cheese available. Spectre, the one holding it. Now they're opting for Leshrac.
It really is that ideal Chronos to number, right? Oracle plus one to call him hero. And you're going to steer in the middle lane. Poyoyo stands within an inch of his life with the BKB cookie. Keeps him relatively unscathed in the end. And Vici Gaming proving that their teamfight execution, it can be top-notch. Poyoyo with some really good Chronospheres here, knowing that his target is going to be that Oracle every single time.
Looking at Poyoyo's talent tree, went for strength talent, 55 time lock damage, and also attack speed. He just wants to be able to kill heroes during the Chronosphere. Heroes are extremely tanky at this point, and he also like put more points in the stats early on. We see that time dilation right now is level 3. So maybe that's why he thinks, I don't need the HP talent, I'll just put some stats and get more damage from my other talents.
That backstab. That should be illegal. PYW and Ori slaughter the Oracle. At the very least, the rest of Team Spirit will be able to get away from that top lane. Kind of a nifty little lane ward there top, isn't it? Is that just on top of the ramp above the river? We don't see that too often. Outside of the laning stage anyway, so nice little spot there.
Yeah, it's the one ward that doesn't get deported usually, because you usually think it's on the high ground, the sentry doesn't reach. And now they are gonna go for tier 1 tower. 37 minutes in, tier 4 items starting to drop. Spell Prism, Leveler for Team Spirit, and on the other side, Trickster Cloak.
Also an Illusionist Cape there as well. But do you feel like that team fight is a sign of things to come? With Vici Gaming dooming the Spectre, chronoing the Oracle,
yeah, that's
them
the play.
down.
Like, even if there's a Lotus Orb on Spectre, I think Doom will still pop it on her. Use a BKB, use Shiva's Guard, pop the Doom, and now going into Shard and Refresher. This is why, like, Panel talked about it, and seen so many games where Doom takes over. He's the top of the net worth, Gary. He's a 22k net worth, 37 minutes in. Has that Trickster Cloak, so that's gonna give him some magic resistance, gonna give him that invisibility so he can find the backlines possibly. Stormcrafter found, not the best item, like it's good when you need to dispel things.
So if that was the plan from Vici Gaming to have a fight identical to the previous one, how does Team Spirit disrupt that? How do you stop Vici Gaming from chronoing your Oracle, from dooming your Spectre, and killing off your Phoenix with just a few hits from Faceless Void?
That's a good question, Gary. Now they have a Phoenix with the Aghanim Scepter, so it's not going to be that easy to kill the egg, and he could also potentially save the heroes with it. You need to be careful though. Like if they focus you down with Lil Shredder, Faceless Void has a ton of attack speed. Scotty now done, going into Shard next. Like even Dragonite right now has a ton of attack speed with that casual Hyperstone, which will be turned into AC.
He's hitting real hard and real fast.
Ori, I don't know how they're gonna kill him. They need Sunray, maybe even 2 Sunrays to bring him down. He needs to be isolated with Satanic. It's pretty much like having 2 lives, so that's 1,000 effective HP on him right now.
Yeah, it might even be more. You know, it's a long spawn on Roshan, but that's something that Vici Gaming are going to be eyeing up because they'll feel that with the tempo set by themselves, it belongs to them. You need to claim that territory, though, as, yeah, dewarding required. Triple observables coming out of Team Spirit all around the Roche pit. You can see how important it is to them to really control this zone of the map.
Doom, he actually gives away Timeless Relic. I think he's just gonna be using both of these. Smoke himself with the Ninja Gear and then use Timeless Relic, because Timeless Relic is too good.
Look who they found! Don't even need to use the chrono for it. They're holding into this though, Team Spirit. Supernova Sunray, Poyoyo, time looks away. BYW saved by the curse as well.
That's a great reset.
Tokyo resets the fight beautifully. And Poyoyo just time walking out of the grass with Yatoro. Old 11 still has the jump catch with the DK stun. And they'll find the Lash Rack with a kisses landing. Sure, you've cheesed up. And he's got a Bloodstone and a False Promise though. The comeback from the Oracle saves them as a defensive chrono.
Yeah, Poyoyo forced to use a defensive chrono there. He got chased by a Spectre. Phoenix uses the egg. Faceless Void was thinking twice about going in, gets a couple of hits in, and then he's like, wow, they have a basher. I can't do it alone. I'm too afraid because I'm alone. There's no team to back me up. But to go back to the Timeless Relic talk, for the Doom, he
didn't use it.
He didn't use it. He has a Vor Stomp, which is 2-second hero duration stun. That's 2.5 now with the Timeless Relic, and also your Infernal Blade is longer duration stun. Once you pick up that Shard, it also goes from 0.6 to 1.2, and then 20% on top of that. That's 1.5 second stun.
It's a lot of numbers for breakfast, Lacoste.
It is, it is. I'm probably doing it wrong. Hope no one notices. I'd also round numbers up.
Rounding up's always the best way to go. It makes things look safe. TYW, Ori and Poyoyo gathering up again around the Roshan pit. And honestly, all things considered there, you know, I think Oracle bought back in that, just a single buyback, I believe, from Team Spirit to defend that area. And you've spent the Chrono, the Curse, everything apart from the Doom. But with Roshan being such a long respawn, now coming up in just a second or two, Vici Gaming should have the majority of their spells back again.
Yeah, right now they're scouting things out. With that Illusion Escape inside the pit, what is it? It's Cheese Aegis plus Aghanim Scepter.
Nice.
That's a really nice one. Faceless Void would definitely love to pick it up. Lash Track full sight on him. He needs 300 gold to have buyback. He was waiting. He was sitting at 7,000 plus gold.
Yeah, making that last item decision very difficult here for the Lash. They could have thought of an Eon Disc, for example, or something to stay alive, but they want that catch and kill capability instead. If they hex up the Faceless Void, they could blow up Poyoyo quite easily with their burst damage.
They could. They have enough damage.
And Roshan being alive means Team Spirit, they pop into the pit. Toronto Tokyo started off.
Chrono in 25.
They don't have it just yet, but Poyoyo being juked around and hexed. All the chain stuns are coming. Poyoyo, the golden brace and the cookie, saves the Faceless Void. Vici Gaming are able to keep him alive, and the DK, he's got his BKB coming.
They can hit it.
Ryan folks it down, the egg is destroyed. Scrambled eggs for Miro there as it buys back on the Phoenix. But in come the kisses, and Old 11 has secured the kill on the Spectre. Dead for a minute and a half, and Vici Gaming running rampant now through the team fight. Spearing Illusion collapses, unable to save Toronto Tokyo. Poyoyo kept up and running by the cold embrace. Time will rewind. A dive from the Phoenix and a Nano coming in. Poyoyo has it ready at long last. Time walks the rest of the damage off, and Vici Gaming with a stunning team fight.
Yeah, pretty much the perfect execution there from Vici Gaming. Faceless Void jumps in. They thought they could burst him. Here comes the Cold Embrace from the Winter Wyvern on top of Holy Locket, pretty much healing him to almost full HP, and now he's gonna be the one picking up that Aghanim Scepter with the reverse Time Walk, with the Time Walk applying bashes. It's just gonna be too much stuff, and we can see like Dragonite not even being contested at all in a team fight. He's level 26. He has that. I've seen Dragon Knights taking the other talent in one of the games. I was very surprised because AoE Dragon Tail stun during the form just feels so good.
Especially against a Spectre, right? Just like stun all the illusions, stun all the Haunt Spectres, catching out whoever's nearby.
Yeah, this might be the game. I just don't feel that the Team Spirit has enough damage. They're gonna go for the throne. They want to end this game right here, right now.
Fuel tank empty. Check engine light is on for Team Spirit. It's Vici Gaming starting to drive this one home. Tier 4's crumbling. A buyback from Toronto Tokyo, though, should give them some semblance of control around their Tier 4s.
Vici Gaming, they're an experienced team. They like instantly go back when one buyback is used. They go for the barracks. They go for the second set of barracks. Their decision-making in the late game has been on point during the Season 2. Let's see what they can do to this Dragon Knight.
Oh, Spirit couple. Good to your point, you know, Dragon Knight is being pummeled here, but the Winter's Curse onto Collapse means that Vici Gaming once again able to reset and launch the kisses forward. Look at that, lava landing onto the ledge. Collapse has to buy back to Toronto Tokyo. Has a bit of a save behind it. False promise in the heat landing. PYW cookies out of the arena, and a cold embrace there onto Ori. Make sure everything's fine. Respawn up. Fatal Void, stunned down to that respawn, and the hot forward, Yatoro wants to keep chasing in. A good spear again, but the cold embrace, so powerful, allows Lemon to rejoin the battle, doom up the Spectre, Poyoyo remorph into the fight, and clear them up one by one. No more ledge, no more Spectre, and it is GG, game over, with Old 11 getting an ultra kill to close it out.
Yeah, once Old 11 shows up with the full toolkit in that fight, the double refresher, double doom being used, it looked like it might still take a fight, but then the heal kicks in, a satanic on Dragon Knight, everyone's full HP, very